Hi, okay, welcome back. This time we're talking about a census. We're looking at what a census is, how it works, and why we actually use them, and how it compares to a sample. So basically, a census is an entire population. Every single item in that population. So it could be every person in Australia, that's the population. It could be every single piece of furniture in the school. Okay, so the school is the, population, and then all of the furniture within, the furniture that belong in the school. So it's not just people, so don't just think people, but a census is every single one, every single item. A sample, as we said in the previous video, is just a selection. But a good sample is representative. And that means that it covers all of the different parameters within that population. Okay, it doesn't over or under represent any particular aspect of that population. Samples are often best representative when they are randomly chosen, but we will get into that later. So we use a sample to get a really good understanding and overview of the statistics when a census is really not applicable or not appropriate to actually do. I'm going to get you to watch the video that I've spliced in here, and then you're going to answer these questions here. We'll go through and discuss them. You might want to just pause the video now and write them down so that you have them, because you're not going to have them in front of you while you watch the video. Having them there with some space means that you can jot some notes and answers as you're watching the video. All the answers are in there, most of them anyway. Okay, so watching the video. Okay, so now that you've seen the what is a census video, we're going to go through these questions. So what is a census? So a census is, especially the census that we're talking about, the Australian census, is when you survey every single member of the population. So in Australia, every single person in Australia. How often does it happen? It happens every 5 years is what we do. People, so how it's collected, people usually come around and collect like a booklet, a questionnaire booklet. So they put them in postbox, you do it on a particular night, and then they come around and collect them. Last year's census was different because it was the first time that you could actually complete the census online. So this is the new way that they're going to be conducting the survey online. So why does the government want to collect all of this data? What do they even do with it? So basically, this is how they decide how to spend their money. So it is really difficult to run a budget for an entire nation without knowing where the need is. And that need can change over time. So hence the reason it needs to be a regular every 5-year thing. After 5 years, the needs of the population may have changed, and then funding may need to be allocated differently. Number 3, what concerns might people have in participating in the census? Okay, so it basically just comes down to the privacy of their information. So, they could be concerned about who is collecting their information, who has access to their information, where all of that information goes, and what's being done with it, where it's being stored, those sorts of things. But it is definitely about privacy and access to information. Last one, what are the challenges in conducting a census? Okay, well, first of all, everyone has to do the data in one night. It's done one night. That's definitely a challenge that they had to kind of work around. I think the online version is one of their sort of fixes for that. They also have to process the information in a timely manner. So computers have really sped that along. In 2011, the 2011 data is available like within a few months normally. Before 2011, it used to be 3 to 4 years minimum. So basically, by the time you kind of process all of that data, put it all in, analyze it, it's 5 years. 5 years later that it's available. 3 or 4 years. That timeline is really hard. So computers have really assisted, and the widespread of computers, internet, NBN. All of those things are just really helping to overcome the challenges that we have in conducting a census. It also then means that everyone gets a voice regardless. Okay, so make sure that you have got some notes down, that you understand the difference between a census and a sample, and that you are confident in being able to use the terminology within your assessment.